Welcome, apprentices, acolytes, and wayseekers. And this photo has sparked numerous discussions about the identity of the person depicted, and since I'm always working on Twitter because of my job, I have seen it lead to some crazy speculation, but also some compelling evidence, and I wanted to discuss that today. So first off, one of the most popular theories is that the character is Bariss Offee. Barriss' story and disappearance from Star Wars canon remain one of the most intriguing mysteries that the fandom continuously debates about. The last time we saw her was during the trial to prove Ahsoka's innocence in one of the most popular episodes and arcs in the Clone Wars era. This event ultimately led to Ahsoka's leaving of the Jedi Order, while Barriss was taken into custody for framing Ahsoka and, bombing the Jedi Temple. Since then, Bariss hasn't appeared in any media. She hasn't appeared in Clone Wars, The Bad Batch, or even the Expanded Universe. While I believe her story is connected to Ahsoka, and there's a very good possibility we might see her in this new series coming in August, I think there's enough evidence in this photo to suggest that this is not Bariss. At least, not yet. But I do hope we get to see Bariss in some form. I think she might succumb to something a little bit more dark. And if you do have a certain take, just remember what she said when she was fighting Anakin Skywalker.
Should have gotten rid of them.
I think they suit me.
Now, another popular candidate is, of course, Starkiller. Starkiller debuted in one of the most beloved and popular Star Wars games of all time, The Force Unleashed, and there were rumors of Galen Marek, or a version of Starkiller, nearly making an appearance in Star Wars Rebels. However, for whatever reason, and I think the main reason is obvious, the video game version of Starkiller possesses some highly unrealistic depictions of the Force. The game mechanics made Starkiller just too overpowered, which I believe make it quite unlikely for him to be directly replicated into live action. If we were fortunate enough to see him in Ahsoka, I think his powers would be likely significantly toned down to make a more realistic version of him. While I appreciate seeing the old Expanded Universe characters getting the respect that they deserve, I believe Starkiller is better suited for his video games domain rather than what we see in live action. But I can tell you one thing, you can make a huge debate just off the depiction of the Secret Apprentice Starkiller and the Inquisitor photo that we've seen in this Empire, because they look so freaking similar. And I'm not gonna lie, fam, if it is Galen Marek under that mask, I'm gonna be so freaking hype. Because we've also seen Starkiller mask in Andor, and that was something, so I feel like they're just teasing us at this point, but I don't think it's gonna be him. Now, my initial assumption about the identity of the Inquisitor in the Empire photo changed after conducting further research. So, who I originally believed it was the eighth brother, who appeared in Star Wars Rebels while hunting Darth Maul. Upon closer examination, certain aspects don't quite align when comparing the picture and rewatching Star Wars Rebels episodes. The eighth brother belongs to a specific race, with distinct features, particularly noticeable in their hands and feet. In the Star Wars Rebels episode, the eighth brother has massive middle fingers. This basically limits him from gripping his lightsaber in a certain and specific manner. But not just his hands. His feet as well. They are so large that he either doesn't wear shoes or prefers to fight barefoot, just like we've seen in Star Wars Rebels. But in the Ahsoka trailer, the Inquisitor featured in the photos is wearing shoes, and on further depiction can easily grip their lightsaber with almost human-like hands. And now, while this may be evidence toward it not being the eighth brother, I do believe that it quite possibly still could be the eighth brother. And the reason why is because this particular species is also seen in the Clone Wars, where they wear shoes, funny enough, and their fingers look very similar to humans. But even outside the original depiction in the Clone Wars, I feel like we've already seen a pattern like this happen in Star Wars live action. This brings to mind the most recent alterations made to the Grand Inquisitor's appearance in the Kenobi series when transitioning from animation to live action. Now, it's still plausible that the character in the Empire photo is the eighth brother from Star Wars Rebels. While one might assume that the eighth brother perished in his appearance due to that massive fall we saw him sustain in Star Wars Rebels, we've witnessed several Star Wars characters surviving similar incidents in the galaxy. I cannot be certain about who the exact identity of the character is. But Star Wars productions often follow certain patterns in their storytelling and character design. And based on this knowledge, especially knowledge that has happened in the last year or so, it could very easily be the eighth brother with some minor appearance changes. Or, as we've most often seen, an entirely new and original character. We've seen The Mandalorian, The Book of Boba Fett all introduce characters like this or with these type of alterations. But I do hope this video and clarification helps you all alleviate some disappointment surrounding a lot of the theories that are speculating on Twitter right now, because there are a lot. Whoever it is, I'm gonna be hype. I can't wait for Ahsoka, and I hope you all are excited too. Thank you for watching, and please subscribe, fam. I'll see you around. Deuces.